Hey there, my name is LDSMosYT. Today I'm going to be showing you around my survival world. I've made a lot of progress since last time, and I actually have an opportunity for you to create something in my world. If you want to know how, stick around. I'll explain it shortly. With that in mind, let's hop right into it. Alright, so if you watched my most recent short, you would actually recognize this area as that short was a little bit of a teaser to what was to come in the next episode. The shack's still over there, but I'm thinking about removing it. Let me know if you think I should. But anyway, I have been working on terraforming a whole lot, and specifically I've been working on expanding / completing some of the areas that are right next to where I've already built. So that includes this peninsula and some of the terraforming over yonder in that direction. But anyway, I'm gonna now play the before and afters of this area and other areas around my base. Wasn't that great? I mean, it was so much progress. I don't know if anyone could really tell how much was done just by those few little clips. So I'm going to give you now a more detailed tour. You can go ahead and skip ahead if you just want to get to the contest information, but I'm going to go ahead and give you a tour of all that I've done. One major thing I've focused on is farms. This is the beginning of the bamboo farm. You know, in Hermitcraft, they seem to never be able to finish the backs of their builds, but honestly, I don't have that problem. I seem to be incapable of finishing the roofs. So, yeah, I've been actually doing a lot of groundwork for my next project, which will be over yonder. This storage building. It's going to be a massive silo that sorts and organizes all of the materials from all of my farms all over. And it's a huge project. I think I'm going to go copper golem powered, as it's honestly not because it's the most efficient, but because I haven't messed with them at all in this world. It's kind of a crime considering how much copper I use in my builds and everything. So yeah. But as you can see, the pathways are actually much more completed than they were way back when. In the last video, as you can see, I connected it here. I made it more cohesive. I actually spaced out the lanterns that were out here a lot more so that they weren't just so cluttery, you know? This building was one of my favorite buildings thus far in this world. Still, I don't think can beat my bee farm. It's just such a unique design. I am so happy with how this one turned out. But anyway, that was very, very early in the original world, the one that I lost to corruption. So, yeah. But anyway, the snippers, it's kind of an expensive system. I just have a block of hoppers that go into here, and it just shoots it out into the water stream that takes it over there. Speaking of, I've actually connected every farm that I have in the overworld to this water stream. You can kind of see it here. Basically everything spits out into the water and goes under the bridge and into the sorting system. Now, there's no sorting system yet, but like I said, that's my next project. Right now I had to kind of build out the roads, build an infrastructure, make these cliffs more manageable, basically build the groundwork for where everything's going to go next. I have a lot of plans for up here, slime farm. Those are all slime chunks. So yeah, another massive change, though it may not seem so, has actually been rewriting the paths. Oh boy. If you actually go back and look at the before and afters, for example, this area was really messy because I basically had to align it to this so that you could go in to here and look at at all the chests. But now that it all goes over to the saving system, you don't actually have to worry about that, so I just close it off. And yeah, there's a lot of areas where I just kind of have to shave and polish how the paths work. So I'm very glad I finally did that, and it's a lot more cohesive. It's just not as messy. Alright, next I want to talk about my little agricultural area. So this, as of last episode, was simply this UFO, and then a bunch of stone and just flat inland. Well, I've since gone through, and as you can tell, I've grown a lot of wheat, created hay bales. Those, oh my gosh, hay bales are expensive. And when you're making giant ones like this, well, that was a lot of wheat. I kind of cheated. I didn't grow all the wheat to make those hay bales. I literally found it faster to go and raid a village than to wait for all the wheat to grow, harvest it, and then replant it and everything. So yeah, that's villager wheat. Also in this area, this little building, I'm kind of proud of it. It's a wonky build for sure. Very funky, but I'm happy with how it turned out. Let's just say early in the building phase, this build was less than desirable. But it worked out in the end, and I'm actually considering making it my new house. It's a lot less cramped than this one over here. I have a bunch of dogs kind of just everywhere, and I need to build a house for them, and I will eventually do it. But for now, yeah, I'm gonna leave it. But yeah, this is kind of a mess inside, but the upper layers are sensible for this vine. And yeah, I got this guy. This took a while. I went out and hunted for him, eventually found one, and I almost by shearing off his armor while it was sunny outside while I was transporting him over, but thankfully I got it right back on, and the flames died out on his last half heart of health, so I was able to get him over and he healed, and now he's kind of working. I need help naming him. If you have any ideas, please let me know. Now, I mentioned earlier that there was a contest that I was going to be running. Well, this contest is not for any huge reward, but simply put, I've started building little houses and little buildings to fill the void space here. Essentially, these houses are meant to give the city a more lived-in vibe. So, with that, I want to challenge you, the viewers, to give me a challenge to decorate each interior. If you give me an idea that inspires me to complete an interior, whether it be for a business or for a home or for a style or anything, I will be first putting a sign in the build where you suggested, and it will have your name on it. Second of all, and I think most importantly, I will actually be creating a short dedicated to you, the person who suggested the idea. And that short will be me decorating the build as you challenged me. So, if you have any ideas, drop in the comments, and it doesn't just have to be this video. Any video you watch in the future, if you just have an idea, I may be more likely to see it in another video. So, if by then the next videos come out, just drop it there. Well, I think that's it for this video. It's been a lot of fun making this, and well, if you enjoyed it too, please feel free to drop a like, and if you want to see more, even subscribe. Anyway, I think with that, I feel like I'm forgetting something. I don't know what it could be. Maybe